I have some incredible, amazing, emerging leaders in New Zealand who are going to be doing a panel for us, and we have our very own New Zealand Franchisee of the Year leading the proceedings. So enjoy, everyone. I can't wait to hear what they're going to share with us.
Hi. Thank you so much, Alex, for that amazing introduction. We love you. So hi, everyone. I'm assuming I'm looking at this camera, or maybe I'm looking over here. Thank you. So I'm really, really excited and honoured to be standing here today representing our amazing Kiwis over here in New Zealand. You know, one of the things, we love being, also, of course, I'm really excited to be spotlighting some incredible leaders here as well. But we love being part of our Australian Juice Plus community. But we also love sharing, having the opportunity to be able to share some amazing momentum that's happening over here. So as Kiwis, like you Australian family, we're fiercely independent. We have a pioneering, hard-working spirit. We love to learn new things. We also love to do what's best for us and for our community, and I'm really excited to share that today. But first of all, will you play with me for a moment? I'd like to ask you all to stand up, please, out of your seats, because I'm just going to do something fun with you. So I'd like you to try and walk forward using only your left foot. Do that now. See if you can walk forward using only your left foot. Can you do it? No. I'd like you to try it again, this time using only your right foot. Interesting how some of you are walking in circles, right? Some of you aren't moving at all. You're not moving forward. You can take a seat now. Thank you for playing with me. So you're probably wondering, what has this got to do with my business? Well, this has got everything to do with your business. So you imagine that your left foot represents your learning and your growth. Your right foot represents your action. How many of you find yourselves doing all this work and self-improvement and learning new skills, but you're not actually doing the action? You're making excuses to get into action all the time. I bet you find you're not moving forward and you're going around in circles, or you're stuck in one place. How about those of you who are doing all the action, but you're not actually doing the work to improve yourself, to learn new skills? I bet you're finding the same thing, that you're not moving forward, right? So, it's pretty simple to see that to create success in our business, we need to combine learning and action. They must be working cohesively together, so you're actually moving forward in the direction you actually want to go in. Let's talk about growth for a moment. So growth is one of our human needs. It's also crucial for our evolution. So it's really important to make time for your self-development daily. But if we're doing all the work to improve ourselves, how are we actually going to use it if we don't put it into action? See, one of the keys to self-development is actually activation. Key word for this conference, right? Putting in the work, stepping out of your comfort zone. If we learn something new and we don't utilize it or practice it, it dies. That's because every time we learn a new skill and we practice it, we're creating new neural pathways in our brain. So the more we use it and practice it, the better at it we get. And the ones we no longer use die and fade away. Great news for us, right? So now let's talk about action for a moment. If we're putting in all the action and getting no results, it usually means we need to learn something, a new skill, a new way of doing things. Otherwise, we continue to run into obstacles and we're getting the same results. So what we need to do is put the action in again and again, practice it so that we get better, change the results and move forward. So bringing both learning and action together is like moving one foot and then the other foot. So today, you're going to hear from some of our dedicated leaders how they're utilising both learning and action and creating some amazing results and success in this business. Look at Amira, she's so nervous. And I thought I was. Okay, we're going to start with Amira since she's the most nervous right now. Amira is a solo mum of 3 boys. She has made huge changes in her life and overcome a lot of challenges, including addiction. She has an incredible story. Right from the start, Amira used her challenges to drive her, and she dived headfirst into the business and created success really quickly with her incredible work ethic, her resilience, her determination, and her openness to improvement. No wonder she's created so much success. Amira, you have come from an addiction background. How has Juice Plus helped you to change your story?
Thank you, Tan. Hey everyone. What Tan said is completely correct. My history is messy. I come from a past of addiction. I've been to jail. I've been through a lot of abuse, and I made a decision a few years ago to turn my life around. Even though I was clean and had made a lot of changes in my life, I still felt very stuck. I had no motivation, no passion, no drive, no purpose, and I felt really lost. When presented with this business, I really thought, what do I actually have to lose? I did need some time to really see what this could be for me and my family. And when I made that decision and became aware what it could be, I jumped in with both feet. I've always been an overachiever. I set big goals and I can be really hard on myself when things don't go to plan and I start to feel like a failure. I built my business quite quickly, achieving a lot in a very small amount of time, and I then found myself feeling quite stuck. Can anyone relate to this? As things started to slow down for my own business and I started to spend time loving and supporting my team to grow. But I then realised that the best way to show my team was to lead by example, by my own business and my own personal daily DMO. I then asked myself what I needed to improve and reached out for help. We have access to so many amazing leaders and resources. So whenever you're in doubt or struggling, reach out and ask for help, because this isn't a weakness, this is strength. After talking to a few people that I respect, I made a decision to be 100% responsible for myself and for my business. I started to get more organised, as I always felt like I wasn't able to duplicate things and form routines without some form of organisation in place. It is so important to lead by example. I really wanted to be a good leader to my team. So I started creating some books. I set a wall planner. I used different colour post-it notes and markers to keep track of my customers, my team's promotion dates, reshipment dates, etc., so that no one falls through the cracks. I also think that it's really important to set yourself some strong monthly goals. This gives me direction and measurables. I set a number of customers goal, a team goal, a personal business goal, and a self-development goal. For example, this could look like 8 customers, 3 team, and to hit my promotion by the end of the month, which I've just achieved. And, thank you. And to start a personal development course for my own growth. Now this brings me to talk about completing things or finishing what you started. Now I haven't always been so good at this, and it's something that I really needed to work on. So I've joined an online course to help me grow and to move through some of the things holding me back. I'm determined to see it through, to invest time and love into myself, and to follow through with commitments and goals that I make, not only to myself, but to my business and to others. We are all 100% responsible for ourselves, for our businesses, for how we feel, and for how we choose to address situations when they arise. We need to have a plan. We need to take consistent daily action. To be honest, I get asked what the secret is, and I'll share it with you. It's a combination of learning, of growing, and of taking daily action. My next step is to be NMD by this time next year, to walk this amazing stage in front of all of you amazing people who motivate, inspire, and encourage me every single day. I am so grateful for my mentors, for my team, for my sidelines, and for all the staff at head office. And for everyone in the room and watching online today, you have all impacted my journey. I'm going to leave it there for today, but I'd love to say to you are all capable, you are all worthy, and you are all the creators of your own destiny. And thanks to Juice Plus, we have an amazing vehicle to create healthy bodies, healthy bank accounts, not only for ourselves, but for so many others. Now I have a question for you. What's your next chapter going to be?
Isn't she amazing? She's amazing. Thank you so much, Amira. Now we're going to go to Fleur. Now when Fleur arrived in New Zealand from the UK, she found herself in a job where she felt very undervalued and unappreciated, and she wasn't able to travel back to the UK when she wanted. So she made a big life-changing decision to leave her job and to start an online business, this online business. And so her resilience, her courage, her commitment to keep going, her passion to travel, and her incredible vision, long-term vision for success, has attributed to where she is today. Go for it, Fleur.
So there's been times in my business where...
Oh, sorry, I forgot to ask you the question. Sorry. Yes, Fleur, sorry. So Fleur, there's been, for you, you concentrate on staying in flow. So how does it feel for you when you're out of flow, and how do you get yourself back in?
So there's been times in my business where everything's been going right. Like clients have been coming in, team been coming in, everyone's got momentum, bonuses are coming in. And there's been other times where I'm watching everyone else get their promotions and hit their bonuses. And I've fully fallen into comparison mode, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who's done that here. When you're in comparison mode, you're just in judgment mode. And what happens when you're in judgment mode is your heart closes off and your energy just gets low, which means that anything that wants to come in your direction can't. So to let go of this, it's really important to understand your expectations. What expectations are you setting on yourself? Are you setting these like crazy expectations? I know that I do. And it's so important for us to be able to let those expectations go and release them. Because when we do that, it means that we can reopen our heart, that we can raise our vibration so we can actually accept what it is that's coming in our way. Now, this happens with action. We need to be able to take action in order to get the vibration going, to get those things moving so that we can actually see what's going on and how we can benefit in our business. I want to share a little story with you. I went back to the UK a few years ago, and I went out with my brother. And we were sitting opposite each other, and for some reason he decided to bring up the business. And he decided to tell me that it was a scam, that I was taking advantage of people, and that I was lying to people. And it hurt so much. And I was so sad, and I was so angry. And I had my partner Josh sitting next to me, and he was like, uh-oh. And I had to take a really deep breath and say, what is going on for him to say this? And I looked at him dead in the eyes, and I said, if you only took a moment to have a look at what I do and actually understand it, you would know that I'm changing people's lives all over the world. I'm changing families' health everywhere. And not only that, I'm helping people who never dreamt before to dream again. And I got up and I walked out. And it would have been very easy for me to let that take me out of action. It would have been so easy for me for that self-doubt to kick in, for me to lose my belief in our company, in our profession. But I decided to use that as my fuel. And I wanted not only to prove to him, but to prove to myself and to prove to every single one of you sitting here that what we do in our truth is so much more than that. And there's going to be times where people are going to tell you that they think you're doing something wrong. And I want you to remember, you said yes for a reason. You're all here for a reason. And every single one of our journey is completely different. So don't set your expectations on someone else's expectations, but just remember that you have a gift. We've been given this gift. You all have a gift. And the more you keep it to yourself, you're just being selfish. So go shine your light and stand in your truth, because every one of us knows that we are here because we mean well, we are awesome, and we can do this. So stand in your truth, share your story, never forget your why, and shine your light.
Thank you, Fleur. Another incredible wisdom there, honey. So now we're going to go to Jer. Jer is married and a dad to his 2 girls. He's a very busy businessman running 2 successful businesses alongside his Juice Plus business. One is a consultant engineer and the other is a personal trainer. Now, Jer is very passionate about helping change people's lives through our amazing product, and he attributes his success to falling in love with the process. Jer, we know that you love helping people, whether it's through team sports training or your Juice Plus business. You recently learnt a new skill that has impacted your business positively. Will you share?
Thanks, Tan. Hi guys, thanks a million for this opportunity to be here on stage. It is a real privilege. Excuse me. We're all super nervous up here, by the way. I'm probably the most nervous. I haven't done one of these in a while. My mom always said, what's shared goes furthest. And with us, you know, we have so much to share. We've so many people we can impact on a daily basis, starting with number 1, ourselves, okay? And if you don't look after yourself, you can't look after anyone else. Being invited up here onto this panel, there's a lot of pressure, because in the chat group, we have a little chat group. The chat group is all about getting ready. And I'm a guy, so getting ready for something like this is, I need a haircut, okay, which I did myself, by the way. It's not, my daughters normally help me out. They get a bit artistic around the back and go a bit freestyle. So haircut done. Shave, got that done last night. I said I wasn't taking any chances. I didn't want to be covered in blood. And then this morning then iron my pants. I was like, iron the pants. Okay, I'll iron the pants. And I had a little epiphany while I was ironing my pants. They weren't on me, by the way. So my epiphany was all about the process of ironing my pants. So I started ironing the pants, and first thing you do, fill the iron with some water, plug it in, heat it up, set out the pants, start ironing. And I hadn't used this iron before because I'm staying at the hotel, and it started to leak water on the pants. And I was like, oh, no big deal, it's just a little drop of water. So I ironed over it, and then it got worse. And I was like, okay, this is getting, all right, okay, let's lift it off. And then it even got worse. So I was trying to iron it while it was wet. So I was like, oh, shit, I need to take a breath here and pause. And, okay, because I have another pants, but I want to wear this one. So then I said, all right, stop the lights. Okay, I'm gonna start from scratch. I'm going to restart it. So my advice to myself this morning was empty the iron. So I poured the water over the iron, dried the iron, and then continued. And it's what we do every day, or what we can do every day in our business, in our life, in our health journey. You can empty the iron and just start again, okay? And it's super simple. You don't overcomplicate it. The steam was a frill as such. I didn't actually need it because it wasn't that wrinkly, but it actually caused all this mess and stuff that I had to restart. So keep it simple, guys. Live it, love it, share it. You've heard it over and over again. That's my little thing. I went a bit off track there, sorry.
Oh, we love that you went off track there. It was great. It was great. So we do have one more question for you though, Jer. So, you know, you use some of your skills from sports to get yourself and others into action. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, so
Track.
I've got about 5 seconds left, I think. Yeah, just don't get off track. So yeah, the key for me is, and same applies to this business, with when I have a new client, it's something they haven't done before. It might be something I haven't done before or haven't done in a while. So I link arms and say, let's do it together. You know, let's take that step together. And it's very applicable with what we do here in our industry and in our business. It's let's find you a customer. Let's talk to some people. In my coaching business, it's okay. Let's go. Look, rowing is my main thing. Rowing and personal training around rowing and teaching people about rowing. Has anyone actually done our charity Row for Children's Health? Okay, excellent. I love to hear that because we've another one happening in March. Nutrition Plus, Row for Children's Health. You're all in. Okay, Mick, we're in there. David. So talk to the guys. Talk to me. I'll start you out. I'll teach you how to row. It's on a rowing machine. There's loads of them everywhere. But yeah, I just say let's do it together. We link arms. We set a goal. We start from the very beginning. We have a look at it, and we just take a step. And that first step is the biggest step because that first step leads to another step. And as back to what Tania was doing earlier with the walking around in a circle, we're just going to take another step with the other foot and we're going to move forward. And as we move forward, we grow, we learn, we make some mistakes, we start again, and we take it another step forward. So just start. That's the thing, and just keep moving. I always say anytime we're on the rowing machine, when it's getting tough, we just say, top down, relax. Okay, that's one of the quotes if anyone's been on any of my sessions. Top down, relax your eyes, relax your face, relax your neck, take a breath, and just move. And it'll just happen. Okay, follow the process.
Great.
I went a little bit off today.
Thank you, Jer. You were great. Great wisdom. Thank you. Awesome. And now last but definitely not least, we have the beautiful Rose over there. Now Rose is a mum of two boys. I got it right this time. Now Rose is a very busy lady. She works part-time as a early childhood teacher. She also manages a 1,200 cow farm with her husband and staff. She's a property investor and she works her Juice Plus business. Now her success in her business comes down to her passion, her flexibility and staying close to the fire. Now Rose, I know there's been times in your business where it hasn't moved as quickly as you would have liked. How did you manage through that?
Sure, thanks Tania. Well, 4 years ago I was a tired, uninspired teacher and mum. And so when I came across Juice Plus and I started my business, my world changed. For the first time in so many years I was learning, I was taking my first and personal growth. And I genuinely believe that that's what helped me to fast track through my first few promotions, Partner Plus, Senior Partner and Sales Coordinator within the first 5 months of my business. And then everything changed. I was borderline obsessed with the training and the personal growth work. I watched every training that I could get my hands on and my business flatlined. And for almost 2 years I just couldn't find this. I'm putting in all these hours and I'm not getting the results I want. And so I came to realise how important it is just to be so aware of the stories that we tell ourselves. And having worked with team over the years, I have really seen that so often it's those little stories that take people out of the game. And maybe you're telling yourself a story in your business right now that's not serving you, and maybe it's everyone's saying no to me, or no one can afford the products, or I don't have time. Or maybe you're like me thinking, I'm putting in all this work and I'm not getting results. Whatever it is, it's great if we can just catch ourselves and just have that honest conversation with ourselves and ask, is that the real truth? Is that really what's happening? So how did I get myself back into momentum? Well, things. And she shared something that day that really changed things for me. She talked about as long as he continues to swing the bat, he gets paid. And so swinging the bat in terms of our Juice Plus business, is primarily asking that $1 million question. If I sent you some information, would you like to check it out? And so it was this big wake-up call for me. Have you swung the bat this week? and it shone a spotlight on why there wasn't much happening in my business at that time. And one of the things I've really come to learn is that this is a game of numbers, like we heard last night. And it's something that I've heard numerous times throughout my journey. But you know, sometimes you hear something and you think, oh, that doesn't apply to me, I'm a bit different. And I can just truly say that there is no one, not one person in this room who is so special that the numbers don't apply to them. Sometimes the numbers, and there is something wrong with me, but yeah, truly the success of every person, how many times they're prepared to hear no, trusting that as they swing the business. And I think it's a reality for many of us who are activities that build my own business. As we've heard already, the most powerful thing that you can have your team see you do is swing the bat, be in the trenches. I'm nice to do things, and for me that was personal growth, and helping my don't come as naturally, maybe you don't enjoy quite as much, and the rest will fall easily into your day. I am so grateful for my friend Sophie. She's here today. 4 years ago, she was just an acquaintance on Instagram. I'm grateful that she showed up so consistently, that she posted something that I wanted so desperately requested, because I was so sceptical, and saying yes to
Marty, my buddy, who introduced me. He was brave enough to introduce me to this concept. He subsequently left the business because he couldn't get his head around it, even though he was helping a lot of people. And that happens, guys. Was there like a family pack? Was there a bundle deal or something? I just wanted to offset the cost. So I'm busy, so I wasn't looking for another business. I have a heap going on. But I just started recommending it to people, and I just started showing up, and it just started from there. And the thing about this business is we just overthink it. It's just live it, love it, share it. You've heard it a million times, but have you actually heard it? Are you listening to it? Or are you actually hearing it? It's a super simple business. We just need to embrace it and do it. Me included. I get caught up here so much, I'm having conversations in my head that I should be having with other people. Sorry, I went off again there.
I'm super grateful for the girl who also subsequently left the business, but did have the courage to reach out to a stranger and start a conversation, because I get to stand here and it's completely changed my life, and it's completely changed my future, and subsequently will change yours too.
I'm so grateful to my friend Angel for introducing me to this business. I was so skeptical. I had so many trust issues and a lot of fear. She built a relationship with me and answered my 10,000 annoying questions. It took me a couple of months to say yes, but that yes has changed my whole life.
I'm so grateful for my friend Annie, who was brave enough to tell me that there was a business behind this incredible product that I was loving so much. I had been a customer for just 2 days. She told me that she was able to leave a part-time job because of this business. I was excited at the thought of leaving my job, which I hated. I was very unhappy, very unsatisfied. I needed no convincing. I said yes, and I jumped in straight away. Who are you grateful for inviting you to take a look at this business, for being brave enough to do? Now think about someone that you would love to reach out to and invite to take a look at this business. And I invite you to take out your phones, to be brave, and to invite them. Send them a message, tell them you'd love them to look at this. It's changed my life so much, and I'd love for it to help you to change your life. You never know, you may just change their life. I challenge you.